Old stories told of a terrible curse. This curse was said to guard the tombs of the pharaohs, and it promised death to anyone who disturbed their eternal sleep. For a long, long time, these stories filled people's hearts with fear. The Valley of the Kings held many secrets, but the secret of Tutankhamun's tomb was the one people feared the most. It was a place filled with mystery and danger. Many people believed powerful magic protected it. The sands of Egypt seemed to whisper these warnings across time, and the ancient writings warned anyone who dared to enter. One of them said, "Death will come on swift wings." The pharaohs needed peace in their afterlife. Their treasures were meant for the next world, and anyone who stole from them would face the anger of the gods. This belief shaped how people treated these ancient places. Tutankhamun's tomb became the very center of all these fears. Howard Carter was an archaeologist, and he was super determined. He looked and looked for Tutankhamun for a really long time. Lord Carnarvon, who gave him the money, paid for his long, long search. Lots of people told Carter he was just wasting his time. They said all the tombs were already found, but Carter didn't give up hope. He believed the boy king was still hiding somewhere. Then in November 1922, the big moment finally came. Carter's workers found a step cut right into the rock, and more stairs appeared, leading down to a sealed-up door. Carter knew this could be the big discovery. He sent a special fast message called a telegraph to Lord Carnarvon. It said, "I've finally found something amazing in the valley." Carter made a tiny hole in the door. Lord Carnarvon stood right beside him, feeling nervous. Carter held up a candle and peeked inside. "Can you see anything?" Lord Carnarvon asked. Carter was quiet for a second, then he said those famous words, "Yes, wonderful things." The discovery was amazing. So, who was this Tutankhamun? He was a pharaoh, but not a big conqueror. He was king of Egypt for only about 10 years. He became king when he was super young. His first name was actually Tutankhaten. That means living image of Aten. And that connected him to his dad, Akhenaten. Akhenaten had changed Egypt's religion. He worshipped only one god, Aten. Tutankhaten changed his name to Tutankhamun, which means living image of Amun. He brought back the old gods, and he moved the capital city back to Thebes, but he wasn't king for very long. He died when he was only about 19. So why is Tutankhamun so super famous today? It's because of his awesome tomb. The treasures they found inside were amazing. It gave us an incredible peek into what royal life was like. Before Carter found his tomb, Tutankhamun wasn't a very big deal. Now, everyone all over the world knows his name. Tutankhamun's tomb was full of treasures. More than 5,000 artifacts were packed inside. Gold was everywhere. Gold shrines, gold chariots, and gold statues. The jewelry sparkled in the dim light. The furniture, made very carefully, filled the rooms. Carter and his team spent 10 years carefully writing down everything. Each piece told a story. Every piece was a work of art. The golden death mask is the most famous. It covered the mummy's head and shoulders. It was made of solid gold and covered with precious stones. 3 gold coffins were nested inside each other. The coffin on the very inside was also made of solid gold. 4 golden shrines surrounded the stone coffin. There were chariots taken apart, ready for the king to use. These items showed the amazing skill of the Egyptian craftspeople. The tomb also had many everyday items. This gives us a personal look at the young king. All these treasures had a deep religious meaning. Tutankhamun's tomb was pretty small for a pharaoh. It had 4 main rooms. The front room was the first one Carter walked into. It was full of furniture and chariots. Behind it was the burial chamber. This room had the stone coffin and shrines. To the side was the treasury. It held valuable things and the canopic jars. Another small room, called the annex, was packed with more stuff. Gap 2S. The walls of the burial chamber were painted. They show scenes from Tutankhamun's funeral. They show the rituals done by the one who took over after him, gods like Osiris and Nut are welcoming the king to the afterlife. One scene shows the opening of the mouth ceremony. This ceremony was like magically bringing the mummy back to life. The style of these paintings is special for that time, and they give us really important clues about what they believed about funerals. For many years, people guessed there might be secret rooms. They did radar scans, and it looked like there might be empty spaces. The tomb might still be holding other secrets. Soon after the tomb was opened, it was like the curse woke up. The first one to die was Lord Carnarvon. He was the one who paid for the digging. He died just a few months after going into the tomb. The reason was an infected mosquito bite. But people remembered the old warnings. They said the pharaoh's revenge had started. His death made the curse stories grow. Newspapers all over the world shared the news. The legend of Tutankhamun's curse was born. And other strange deaths and events happened. Arthur Mace, one of Carter's team, died a few years later. George J. Gould visited the tomb and died after getting a fever. Sir Archibald Douglas Reed, who x-rayed the mummy, died too. Even Carter's canary, they say a cobra ate it. These things, whether they were connected or not, made people more scared. Every new event made the legend stronger. The news played a big part in this. Newspapers really loved the curse story. For a while, the curse became more famous than the treasures themselves. Tutankhamun's mummy was first looked at in 1925. Howard Carter and Dr. Douglas Derry were the ones who did the examination. It was a tough job. The special oils they used for his burial had hardened, and they had stuck the mummy to the golden coffin. Taking off the wraps caused a bit of damage to his fragile remains. This first look showed that he died when he was young. They also noticed some injuries, but exactly why he died stayed a mystery. Later on, new technology let them do better studies. In 1968, the mummy was x-rayed. The x-rays showed a piece of bone inside his skull. This led to the idea that Tutankhamun might have been murdered. Then in 2005, there was a big breakthrough. A team of Egyptian scientists did a CT scan. The scan showed that the bone piece in his skull wasn't from an injury before he died. The CT scan revealed something else. Tutankhamun had a very bad break in his leg. The break was serious and had gotten infected. DNA tests also showed he had malaria and other health problems. Tutankhamun's tomb is a source of wonder that never ends. It's also a source of constant fear. The story of the curse still fascinates people. It adds a touch of exciting mystery to the discovery. For over 100 years, this tomb has grabbed our attention. The treasures are great, the history is fascinating, and the shadow of the curse is still there. Even though science explained the deaths, the curse still lives on. Why does it capture our imagination so much? Maybe it's the idea of ancient magic. Maybe it's the idea of disturbing their final rest. The curse speaks to our deepest fears. It reminds us of the unknown. It connects us to a mysterious past. The story is more exciting than just a simple coincidence. It makes the discovery more legendary. Tutankhamun's tomb is more than just a collection of old items. It's a priceless window into ancient Egypt. The boy king has become a worldwide icon. His legacy reaches far beyond the Valley of the Kings.